Her smile, her name, it was known around the world. Yet what we know of Farrah Fawcett was only a fraction of who she was.
I'm constantly surprised when...
Farrah Fawcett's name has always carried a certain magic. Known for her iconic hairstyle, groundbreaking role on Charlie's Angels, and effortless charm, she captured the hearts of millions during the 1970s and beyond. Even decades after her passing, Farrah remained a symbol of beauty, talent, and the complicated pressures of fame. But now, her name has resurfaced in conversations across media, social platforms, and fan circles, and the reason is surprising to many. The renewed attention is not just nostalgia. It is tied to revelations, tributes, and moments of reflection that shed new light on her life, career, and personal battles. Farrah was more than a poster girl or television star. She was an actress who faced immense scrutiny, navigated personal challenges, and carried an image that often conflicted with her private reality. What is emerging now helps fans see a fuller, more human picture. Social media buzz and recent features have led to widespread discussion, drawing attention from a new generation who never witnessed her rise firsthand. People are reacting not only to the charm she exuded, but also to the emotional and professional complexities she managed throughout her career. Farrah's story is being revisited with empathy, fascination, and a fresh understanding of her struggles, accomplishments, and enduring legacy. In this video, we'll explore why everyone is suddenly talking about Farrah Fawcett again, the new perspectives that have emerged, and what her story teaches us about fame, resilience, and the human side of celebrity. Farrah Fawcett's journey into fame was nothing short of meteoric. In the early 1970s, she emerged as a fresh, captivating face in Hollywood, quickly becoming a household name. Her role on Charlie's Angels cemented her status as an icon, with millions of viewers tuning in weekly to see her portray a character who balanced intelligence, strength, and charm. But Farrah's success came with a price. The public adored her image, yet that same adoration created expectations that often conflicted with her personal life and artistic ambitions. What made Farrah so compelling was her ability to convey both confidence and vulnerability simultaneously. On screen, she appeared effortless, embodying a combination of charisma and relatability. Off-screen, however, she navigated an industry that often reduced women to their appearance rather than their talent. Interviews and retrospectives reveal that Farrah worked tirelessly to assert herself as a serious actress, pursuing roles and projects that allowed her to demonstrate range beyond her angelic persona. This duality between public perception and private ambition was a recurring theme throughout her career. Even after leaving Charlie's Angels, Farrah continued to pursue challenging roles. She starred in television movies and independent projects that showcased her dramatic capabilities, earning critical recognition in the process. Yet, she remained tethered to the image that had initially launched her career. Fans and media alike continued to associate her with the poster, the smile, and the hairstyle that defined an era. Farrah had to constantly navigate between embracing her iconic status and resisting its limitations on her creative choices. Another aspect that adds depth to her story is her personal resilience. Farrah faced significant challenges behind the scenes, including health battles, public scrutiny, and the pressure of maintaining a flawless public image. These experiences were rarely sensationalized, yet they shaped the woman she became. Friends and colleagues often described her as deeply committed, disciplined, and emotionally intelligent, a person who carried both grace and quiet strength under the relentless gaze of fame. In recent years, the renewed attention surrounding Farrah Fawcett stems from a combination of retrospectives, tributes, and deeper explorations of her life beyond the surface glamour. Documentaries, interviews with co-stars, and newly surfaced stories have allowed audiences to see her not only as a symbol of the 1970s, but as a talented, complex individual whose influence extended far beyond her most famous roles. These narratives highlight both her accomplishments and the personal struggles she endured, offering a more nuanced understanding of her life and legacy. Fans old and new have been captivated by this deeper perspective. Social media platforms have reignited discussions about her career, highlighting both her enduring impact and the humanity behind the icon. The fascination is not simply nostalgic. It reflects a broader recognition of the pressures faced by women in Hollywood, the cost of fame, and the resilience required to navigate a career under constant scrutiny. Farrah Fawcett's story continues to resonate because it balances glamour with authenticity, success with struggle, and public image with private reality. She was more than a poster. She was a person of determination, creativity, and enduring influence. The latest discussions and renewed interest serve as a reminder of her multifaceted legacy, inviting audiences to appreciate not only what she represented, but also the challenges she faced along the way. As we delve further into why everyone is talking about Farrah Fawcett again, it becomes clear that her story is not just about fame or nostalgia. It is about courage, resilience, and the human side of celebrity that continues to inspire admiration decades later. Following her initial success, Farrah Fawcett's career evolved in ways that revealed her determination to be seen as more than a television star. While Charlie's Angels had catapulted her to international fame, she understood that longevity in Hollywood required versatility and persistence. Farrah carefully selected roles that allowed her to expand her craft, from made-for-TV movies to more nuanced dramatic performances. Each choice reflected her ambition to prove herself as a serious actress, capable of moving beyond the bright lights of pop culture. Notoriety. One of the most notable aspects of Farrah's career was her willingness to confront complex, challenging characters. She did not shy away from emotionally intense storylines or roles that required vulnerability and depth. This commitment often contrasted with the public's perception of her as simply a glamorous figure, leading to a subtle tension between how she was seen and how she wished to be recognized professionally. Farrah understood that Hollywood's fascination with beauty and image could overshadow talent, and she worked to navigate this delicate balance throughout her life. Her personal life also became a subject of public fascination, as fans and media followed every development with keen interest. While some of the attention was celebratory, acknowledging her influence and achievements, other aspects highlighted the pressures she faced. Farrah managed the delicate task of maintaining privacy while existing in a world that thrived on visibility. Friends have described her as resilient, often carrying the weight of public scrutiny with grace while remaining fiercely committed to her personal values and artistic integrity. Another layer of renewed attention comes from retrospectives that emphasize the human challenges she faced off-screen. Farrah battled health struggles and the emotional weight of an industry that often reduced women to icons rather than recognizing their full humanity. Documentaries and interviews released years after her passing have provided insight into her resilience and dedication, portraying a woman who confronted adversity with courage and determination. These narratives allow audiences to appreciate the full scope of her life beyond glamour and celebrity. Social media has played a crucial role in the resurgence of discussions about Farrah Fawcett. Clips from interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and fan tributes have circulated widely, prompting a new generation to rediscover her work. This digital revival has introduced her story to people who may not have experienced her rise firsthand, demonstrating the lasting impact of her legacy. Fans now engage with both her professional accomplishments and her personal journey, highlighting the depth and complexity that defined her life. The renewed fascination with Farrah Fawcett is not purely nostalgic. It is a recognition of her influence on television, film, and popular culture. Beyond her iconic look and unforgettable roles, audiences are drawn to the perseverance and emotional intelligence that she embodied. Her story resonates because it reflects universal themes of struggle, resilience, and the pursuit of authenticity amidst external pressures. As conversations continue, it becomes evident why Farrah Fawcett's life remains compelling decades after her initial fame. She was a symbol of beauty and charm, but also a figure of determination and integrity, navigating fame on her own terms. The latest attention reminds the world that while she captured hearts with her smile, it was her courage, talent, and strength behind the scenes that left an enduring mark. As the years passed, Farrah Fawcett's legacy grew in ways that extended far beyond her early fame. While many remember her primarily for the iconic poster and her role on Charlie's Angels, her career encompassed a breadth of work that demonstrated both versatility and dedication. She embraced roles that demanded emotional vulnerability, depth, and a level of courage that few recognized at the time. By revisiting these performances today, audiences gain a fuller understanding of the artist behind the fame. Farrah's later projects, including critically acclaimed television movies, revealed her commitment to exploring complex narratives. She was unafraid to tackle challenging themes, often portraying women navigating personal crises or moral dilemmas. These choices reflected a deliberate effort to evolve as an actress and to assert her artistic identity, independently of the celebrity persona that had defined her early career. Critics and collaborators frequently noted her professionalism, emphasizing that her presence on set elevated every project she joined. Her personal life, long a subject of fascination, also contributed to the renewed attention. Farrah navigated relationships, family dynamics, and the pressures of public scrutiny with remarkable poise. Yet behind the cameras, she faced struggles that were often invisible to fans. Health battles, moments of emotional strain, and the challenge of reconciling her public image with private reality all shaped her later years. These experiences, while deeply personal, resonate with audiences because they reveal the human side of celebrity, a side often overshadowed by glamour and nostalgia. The renewed conversations about Farrah Fawcett are fueled in part by media retrospectives, documentaries, and social media tributes. Clips of interviews, behind-the-scenes moments, and reflections from co-stars provide new insights into her character, resilience, and artistry. Younger audiences who never witnessed her rise firsthand are discovering not just a star, but a woman who balanced public adoration with personal authenticity. These discussions highlight her influence on television, pop culture, and the evolving role of women in Hollywood. Equally significant is the way Farrah's story intersects with broader cultural conversations. Her career exemplifies the tension between image and identity, celebrity and selfhood. As viewers revisit her work, they see a woman who managed immense public attention while remaining committed to her personal and artistic values. That balance was difficult to maintain, and the renewed interest in her life underscores how extraordinary it was. Fans and historians alike are reflecting on her enduring impact. Farrah Fawcett is remembered not only for her beauty and charm, but for the courage it took to navigate a demanding industry. She inspired future generations of performers to pursue authenticity and artistic integrity, proving that fame and talent can coexist with vulnerability and self-respect. Perhaps the most compelling aspect of the renewed attention is the sense of empathy it fosters. Audiences are drawn not only to the iconic images, but also to the resilience behind them. By revisiting her story, people recognize the emotional complexities she faced and the determination required to maintain both professional and personal dignity. This perspective transforms the conversation from one of nostalgia to one of respect and understanding. As we continue to explore why everyone is suddenly talking about Farrah Fawcett again, it becomes clear that her legacy is layered. She was more than a poster or television star. She was a woman of remarkable strength, depth, and humanity. The renewed focus on her life reminds us that the stories behind fame are often the most powerful, revealing lessons about resilience, courage, and the enduring impact of living authentically. The renewed attention on Farrah Fawcett also brings into focus the personal resilience that defined her life. Beyond the glitz, the iconic poster, and the television fame, Farrah faced challenges that tested her emotionally, physically, and professionally. Her life story reminds audiences that celebrity often comes at the cost of privacy, personal well-being, and the ability to navigate human vulnerability without public judgment. This realization is a key reason why people are revisiting her legacy today. Farrah's health struggles, particularly those later in life, added a layer of poignancy to her story. While her early years were dominated by career ambitions and public adoration, her later years reflected the toll of sustained exposure and personal battles. Friends and colleagues have described her as remarkably brave, facing these challenges with dignity while continuing to engage with her craft and the people around her. It is this combination of public grace and private courage that has captured the attention of both longtime fans and newer audiences. Another factor driving the current conversation is the impact Farrah had on the portrayal of women in media. Her early roles helped redefine female characters on television, balancing attractiveness with intelligence, agency, and complexity. Later, she continued to choose roles that showcased women confronting difficult emotional circumstances, challenging stereotypes, and reflecting authenticity. Modern viewers now recognize how revolutionary this approach was, even if it was subtly executed, making her influence more evident than ever. Social media has played a central role in amplifying interest. Clips of interviews, tributes from co-stars, and retrospective features circulate widely, introducing Farrah's story to younger generations. People are discovering not only her iconic presence but also the thoughtful, determined individual behind the fame. This resurgence highlights the timelessness of her work and the enduring lessons embedded in her life, lessons about perseverance, authenticity, and balancing public image with personal truth. The conversation also touches on the emotional depth she brought to her roles. Farrah's performances often conveyed vulnerability, courage, and relatability, allowing audiences to connect with her characters on a human level. That emotional resonance has helped her legacy endure, making the renewed discussions more than nostalgia. They are recognition of the artistry and empathy she brought to her work. Critically, this renewed attention invites reflection on the cost of fame. Farrah's life exemplifies both the rewards and the burdens of celebrity. She achieved iconic status, cultural impact, and professional success. But she also endured pressures that few outside Hollywood fully appreciate. The heartbreak, determination, and resilience inherent in her story are part of what makes her renewed presence in public discourse so compelling. Ultimately, the fascination with Farrah Fawcett today is about more than memory. It is about understanding a woman who navigated the intersection of fame, talent, and humanity with remarkable grace. Her life continues to inspire admiration, empathy, and a deeper appreciation for the complexities behind the public image. Fans see her not only as a cultural icon, but also as a symbol of courage, authenticity, and enduring influence. In revisiting her story, audiences are reminded that Farrah Fawcett's legacy extends far beyond posters and television screens. It encompasses the personal battles she faced, the professional risks she took, and the emotional truth she embodied throughout her life. Her story continues to resonate because it reflects the human experience, struggles, triumphs, resilience, and the pursuit of authenticity, even amidst the pressures of fame. And so, the renewed discussion is not merely about nostalgia or celebrity. It is a testament to Farrah Fawcett's enduring impact, the lessons of her life, and the timeless qualities that made her both iconic and deeply human. Her story remains as compelling now as it was during the height of her fame, proving that true legacy is about more than fame. It is about the courage to live authentically and inspire others while doing so.